I want you to take this tour with me and just go in your mind's eye, not disregarding the reality of things, but just kind of go with me as we go through the vision and we talk about what the possibilities are in this neighborhood. This area, the misery index is really high. You have high unemployment, high school dropout rate is 43%. Practically every home on the street that we'll go to is headed by a single female household. If you look at this street, it looks like a third world country. Really, it's almost like cobblestone. Very little pedestrian infrastructure, and it really looks desolate, and it really affects the psyche of the kids who live in this neighborhood. You want to see maybe, a soccer field or a playground right here. The nearest grocery store is over 5 miles away. And so you have a neighborhood that's peppered with liquor stores in a county that has a $6.9 billion agribusiness. We have a food desert here. And you can't come over and paint over hunger. You can't come over and paint over education disparities and health disparities. You've got to build the community from the ground up. What we do best at Habitat is bricks and mortars, but we can take that same skill set of building something and build a neighborhood. I remember when we started, we would ask people, what do you envision for this neighborhood? And sometimes we would just get a blank stare. And so we thought the ability to dream and to vision had just kind of disappeared. But we kept asking that question. And now we have a strategic plan that's built on the vision and the dreams and the hope of people who live here. So part of our revitalization initiative means that we take a collective impact approach, that we partner with agencies who are already doing the work in this neighborhood. For example, we partner with the local churches to do outreach to the families and to feed families who are having food security issues. There is a little liquor store here that's going to have green carts and produce carts. I think the biggest change we see is the neighborhood kids who now feel empowered, and they have a voice now, and they're talking about their concerns more.
But there was no sidewalks. Only if there was a playground nearby.
We are right now circulating a petition for a playground in this neighborhood because people know kids need something to do in this neighborhood. This is the community center. It's really the hub of the neighborhood. The kids come after school, parents come, and at the community center we have a high population of youth and seniors, who were all experiencing some food security in some form. So we built this 28-bed community garden with some of the neighborhood kids. So there's a lot of opportunity to really invest in the lives of kids, and it happens here at this center. So I'm coming up on the school district in the area. What we do here is a lot of training. We're going to have our resident leadership academy here. We recruited some of the teenagers who live in the Habitat subdivision and train them to do a block analysis and a homeowner assessment. The assessment is part of the community evaluation strategy that we do every year. So kids are talking to each other, but more importantly, we're getting the data that we need to track impact on quality of life. 10 years, I see the street that we're sitting on that doesn't have, curbs, sidewalks, and gutters. I see it built up. There's infill lots. I see houses and families, a grocery store on the corner. We just believe quality housing, having a neighborhood that's walkable and safe is a basic human right. And at the end of the day, we're advocates. And we are advocating for changes for the lives of the kids who live here. We're agents of change. That's what I like to say. We are agents of change.